What's up, guys? What's going on? What's going on? It's your boy. Yeah, sorry for a late live stream. Well, it was a good live stream. I just got off work and stuff. So, how's everyone doing today? Got another rough day in the market for Polestar. I think pretty much generic downside to everything. With the market closed down almost 1%. I hope everyone's doing well though. I got some stuff I want to look at. I got the charts. Want to look at where we're at with the chart. What else? Actually, someone in the chat or in the video last time showed us a very good DD. Shout out to Racket. I think that was his name, Rack. I call him Rack. He gave us a really good insight on what could be happening with the sell-off or the whole week. So I want to share you guys that, and yeah, shout out to him. Then I got some general news for Tesla and just Polestar, I guess EV sector stuff. So hopefully that I think that'll kind of affect the market in the coming weeks. Not exactly sure when those are, but we'll go through it. Sorry, I'm still stuttering. I still get nervous doing the live streams with you guys. But yeah, and then we'll take a look at the options flow, and if you guys don't mind, just take a second and hit the like button for me. Don't ask for much from there. And if you guys want to check out the unusual wells, I'll definitely put a link for that. We'll be looking at some options, and you can get 15% off on it. So what's up, BB? How's it going? Hey, welcome, my friend. Yeah, we're doing pretty good. Polestar is not doing great today, but I think we're near the bottom. We've been talking about it in the Discord a little bit. A little frustrating, to be honest, but I think we're near the bottom. So hopefully we can start seeing some upside soon. This is the chart, by the way. Let me just show you guys really quick. We're closing at 881. If you take a look, we actually have like a double bottom here. So I do see us potentially doing a reversal. I do first want to show you guys the volume for today. Let me see if I can pull that up first. And here we go. So this is for today, June 30th. And we actually had less than about 7 million in our average volume. Let me look up the average volume really quick. It's actually been coming down. So average volume is back down to 4 million. It used to be like 7 or 8. What's up for hockey? Didn't expect the 30% fall. This is a big player. It really is a big player. Today's live stream, just want to get your thoughts on what you guys are doing and what are your plans with it. I don't know if you guys like the daily live streams that I've been doing, but been really trying to stay active just through this volatility, just trying to stay connected with you guys because there's a lot going on, obviously, with the stock right now. So if you guys appreciate that, make sure to hit the like button, get this out to some of your other people. But yeah, the volume surprisingly has been coming down. And if you guys take a note for the first week, I guess, let's see, when was it? The 22nd, like we merged here, right? The 22nd, 23rd. And then ever since then, we've been having some really good volume, right? The 24th, when was that, Friday? Well, Racket, he showed us an SEC filing actually from March, and so that was actually a good indicator. So 17 million. Oops, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to show all that. So we have 17 million here from June 24th, and then up till like recently, our volume's been dying, but we actually added all this volume, and actually it would help if I show you guys the SEC filing. So he shared this, he was generous enough to pull this up for us. If you guys saw the live stream, you guys probably already know, but don't really know if I understand this completely. But these guys called Listo, they basically had 21 million shares. And it looks like they were able to sell these shares right after merger within 30 calendar days after the closing. And so 21 million, if you go back and look at like the stock price and stuff, let me go to the daily for you guys. Could you see the short flow? The short flow, we can look that up in a second, yeah. I don't think the Yahoo's got that updated. They do that once a month. But what I was going to show you was visually here, you know, from the 27th, as soon as the merger completed, right? The 24th, actually, we just started selling off. And that's because those 21 million shares started selling off. They just started dumping all those shares. But we were talking about it, and we both think that we're kind of near the bottom now, since this is like what I say, let me go back to the Yahoo 24th here. So 17, that was just like a crazy day, right? But if you add all these 5 7, that's 12, and then 21 11, that's like 21 22 million. Obviously, other people are retail and stuff are actually trading this too, so the volume's going to be higher. But we're thinking that most of that volume from the SEC filing might be already sold out, which is weird though, because they probably took profits like $13 if they were started selling around $13. That's like $4 upside from 9, and so that's like a 40% return. So they could just have been happy with taking 40% return. I mean, and I'm sure you know, in this market condition, 40% is really good for them. So it could have been that they just started taking profits. So that's what we're thinking here. So shout out to Racket. He actually joined the Discord. If you guys want to join the Discord, let me plug in the link for that, and you guys can definitely join. It's free. It's not by any means active or anything, but we talk a little bit in there, so you guys are welcome to join. I'm gonna plug that up here if you guys want to check it out. Are they really with dumping? Are they ready with dumping? Yeah, I think that's what they were doing. So check out that link if you guys want to check out the Discord. And I'm also going to put in the Unusual Wells link. If you guys want to do options trading, you can get 15% off. And yeah, just plugging this in because it's a really good sell and it's a really good offer, and 15% off. So usually doesn't come by a lot. Long-term holding, buying the dip before the rip. Patience is the key. But what I can. Okay. Yeah. So no, I agree. Obviously there's like a few different ways to play this. You can keep your shares. I think honestly, like just going through I'm gonna try not to keep this live stream too long. People have been disliking my videos for some reason. Don't know if it's like haters or why. I don't know why they're disliking my videos, but help me out and hit the like button for me. Keep that ratio up. I'm just trying to do me. I just keep doing myself, you know. I'm just sharing information where I can and just giving you things as real as I can. So I don't understand. I'm not going to try to acknowledge the haters. What's up, Lika? Hey, I just talked about you. Wait, no, Lika? Yeah, I just talked about you, man. I just talked about the share stuff that, yeah, this Lika was the guy that was in here last night. So I appreciate people sharing the information and everything, because I don't mind putting it on screen and talking about it and giving you guys my thoughts. And I mean, we figured that out pretty quick, like 5-10 minutes. He helped me out, and I try to understand as much as I could, and yeah, feeling good. At least now we know why the sell-off was so dramatic. So I just think like at this price, I think I was talking about this too in the Discord. So we did a gap down, or did I say that? No, I mentioned that on Twitter. I'm sorry, but yeah, we gapped down here, and then the next day we filled that gap. Well, today we have another gap down. So I would be interested in seeing if we possibly fill that gap tomorrow. I think Friday's going to be a big day tomorrow. Gave you a like. I appreciate you for Farhiti 78. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. But yeah, so when we first started doing that merger stuff, right? Right after that, we filled that gap instantly. So today we have another gap down, and let me pull up the MACD. One of you guys actually showed me the MACD. So what's up with the MACD going on here? So I'm thinking if we can get this cursing. Well, actually, Lika told me to do the 4-hour. He was talking about the 4-hour. I like the 1-hour chart. This is what I like. I'm more of a shorter term time frame kind of guy. We still have that gap there, right? But if you see this red one, we're starting to use the MACD here, by the way, guys. One of you guys put me into it, so I appreciate you guys. Gonna try to use it on some of the videos. But yeah, the MACD is crossing was this the signal line, right? The volume's actually decreasing too, so hopefully it can turn around to this side, like to the positive side. I don't really know what that means, but I do know that when the signal crosses, the MACD crosses the signal, then things are going to get serious. So that could indicate basically the signal of a reversal, right? So this is the gap fill, right? But even if you just take a look at that, if there's no gap there, it still looks like a potential double bottom down here, right? So we bounced here. Hopefully we can bounce here. This is a strong support for us. So I'm actually looking for a retouch of $10, and then I think people could start covering, because if you move back to the recent, what was it, the iBorrow data, this still hasn't updated since, what, Tuesday? Was it Tuesday the 28th? Yes. So this stopped updating Tuesday at 21%. So who knows what the percent is for it. If the price goes up, then the fee will definitely go up because it's more riskier. So yeah, I'm still feeling good, and I just really honestly feel bad for some of the people that are doing the shorter term options. I was in the shorter term options, the July ones, but I took profits before the merger. Just thanking God for letting me take those profits. I'm sorry for people that are down bad, but yeah, you just manage your risk and stuff. You know, no one's everybody has their situation. So if you need to cut your losses, yeah, it's not a movement or anything. It's just you gotta definitely look out for yourself. But yeah, wishing you guys luck, and hopefully we can get, I mean, a run next week. I'm not exactly sure how many weeks the 15s have. Was it like 2 weeks left? I mean, I'm not gonna say anything, but maybe we can get something going tomorrow. I'm actually already down on my options too. I'm like down 40%, so I'm down there with you guys. The only bright side of mine is I got time, but you know, I'm still risking a lot of money. I'm just putting my mouth or my money where my mouth is, but yeah. Let me run some comments really quick. Some people are sharing $5 price. The clowns, yeah. MACD is momentum 4 hour. You can see the red color is lighter. Oh, right, yeah. I did see when I was formatting this, it had like different shades of color. I don't exactly know what that means. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure why people are saying $5. If whoever's discussing $5, you need to send them my way so I can defend, because I actually been following Polestar for a while now. I'm pretty a good advocate, I would say. I don't want to say I'm the founder or the leaders or anything, but we've been talking about Polestar for like months now. So I'm pretty familiar with what's going on with Polestar, at least from what I can figure out. Anything that doesn't have to do with SEC reports and stuff, I'm pretty good. Just been following the product. I would say I'm pretty good with the product. And yeah, so yeah, just send them my way. I'll try to tell them what's up, because yeah, I'm gonna tell them. Lightning Invest, what's up, man? How's it going? Wait, welcome to the stream, brother. What will happen after 2 weeks? Oh, I was just saying because the contracts expired. So the people that have the 715s let me pull that up on Unusual Whales. Yeah, and like if you guys want to use the Unusual Whales platform, definitely check it out. I put the link up there. I pinned it. You can do 15% off until July 4th. But I was just talking about the options going into July 15th. This is where all the open interest is right now. The 1215s, the 1250s, I'm sorry. We've got like 19K contracts there. We still have those $10 contracts as well. So just a lot of people are interested in these contracts. There's a lot of activity there. And but yeah, welcome investing, Lightning Invest. What's going on, man? Clowns are on Yahoo comments. Oh, okay. I don't think I have a Yahoo account. I just use the free stuff. How do I get to the comments? I'd be interested in reading some of those comments, because I don't know. I can debate some Polestar and some like Fisker trash. Rivian is gonna probably go bankrupt, right? Like this is trash. Is a penny stock now. Lucid, they still have a lot to prove. Tesla is a goat, right? Ford, I really like Ford. Neo is so sketchy. So Polestar is definitely up there, especially with the market cap. Like I was actually just updated these numbers today. I was going to talk about this later, but yeah, the market cap compared to all the other ones and just what they've got done so far as a company, it's just obviously Polestar is not better than the Neo yet or Tesla, right? But you can't really compare Tesla or Polestar to Lucid. Canoe's trash. Rivian, I don't know how many deliveries they have. They don't have what Polestar's been doing, even though it's a different sector, right? But and then Fisker's trash. Yeah. So yeah, bring them on. I would be happy to look at those comments. Let me see. Oh, you said conversations? Okay, let's go. I have stuff. Oh, I have to sign in to post. Where are the comments at? I don't have an account, my guy. So do you guys want to look? I got hella articles that I had prepared, but we can just chat. It doesn't matter. I'm good with doing whatever you guys want to do, because you guys seem to be pretty active today. And yeah, Lightning Invest, pretty good, man. Just chilling. Happy that the almost the weekend's here. We got one more day trading. I think tomorrow can be actually pretty important for us. Like I said, we're at the pretty important key levels, and my man showed me the MACD. Hopefully we're turning around, but he wanted me to look at the 4 hour. Oh right, you see this? So this is actually what he's mentioning, what Lika's mentioning here. Red signals, and he said it's getting lighter, so it's turning momentum, I guess. I don't follow the MACD. I use the OBV, which I can show you guys what I use. This is the OBV. And I mentioned this yesterday. This is basically some divergence. Lightning Invest deleted my comment. Aftermarket is green. Is it? For real? Is it green? Let me peek that. You lying to me. It's barely red. It's 879. But honestly, I'm not worried about it because, I mean, we're chilling. We know the product. I know the product at least. I don't know how confident you guys are in the product. I'm pretty confident in the product just because Volvo's behind it. I don't really care for Geely, but Volvo's definitely important to me. I don't think if they were there, I'd probably be as confident in Polestar. But anyway, this is that divergence. I mentioned this yesterday. So the OBV is just indicating the volume is still there, but the price is going down. So this is a bullish hidden divergence. And yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's you do think PSC will go back to 10? Oh, I think it will, dude. I think we definitely will get at least a dead cat bounce. Just don't know. Just don't know when, honestly. I'm thinking it's coming soon. We can pull up the MACD, I guess, again. Where's the MACD? Here we go, the MACD. Yeah, this is actually, so I don't follow this that much, but you can see the volume profile here. This is the $10 you were asking about, $10. This is going to be a strong resistance. This is where most of that volume is. So after this, I think people will start covering. After $10, people could start going back into the FOMO. It's just, for me, it's just insane how there's SPACs that, and I can pull these up, but you guys know I have the list ready for you guys. It's just crazy how all these SPACs did these insane, stupid SPAC runs, and they're gonna do Polestar like this. What's the other one? Redbox. You guys, I bring these up in every live stream, right? Everybody's doing these SPAC squeezes, but they're just trying to press down Polestar for some reason. It's kind of irritating, honestly. What's the other one that I talked about? DCFC, I like. It's a good long-term investment, I think. But this one did a SPAC squeeze as well. Like, everything basically did a SPAC squeeze. So I'm pretty confident in the SPAC squeeze for Polestar. I feel bad for people that might not get to experience it because, their contracts might expire or they might sell before it happens. But things like, I'm going back to that borrow fee. It's 21%, and this didn't get updated since like Tuesday. So yes, the product is fire, I think. What did you write? I'm not sure. Yeah, but what was I have stuff to share with you guys. But I'm chilling with you guys right now, honestly. Here, actually, let me share with you guys this interview here. I had this lined up for y'all. I'm gonna turn my music off and then plug that up real quick, 1 second. But this is just gonna kind of back up the EV sector in general. Let me go ahead and plug this in for you guys. Let me know if it plugs in, if it comes.
Consumers are on the hunt for electric. All right, but gas prices staying stubbornly high. Consumers are on the hunt for electric vehicles. Check out some new Google search data on EVs compiled by Goldman Sachs. You can see a big spike in search interest in recent months with gas prices staying elevated. Interesting chart of the day right there.
Yeah, so just a quick little ad there for Yahoo. I'm not sponsoring anything. They're just talking about how the Google trends are rising ever since, the war happened. The trends, or the adaptation of electric vehicles has risen this year. So, pretty stagnant throughout the years, but this year is just huge spike because just of gas prices is what they're saying. But I think a lot of people are more accepting EVs as well. So this is really neat, right? And this is basically not just talking about Tesla, because Polestar actually has some pretty good US exposure. I'm going to show you guys. So here you can actually go to their website. They updated their website recently, and I was just spending some time in here looking at my investment, but they have a lot of Polestar spaces in US that I didn't really know. I know they had the Arizona stuff, but they got tons of, New York, obviously, and California and Florida are very popular. So it's great that they already gave market share here, or trying to expand into that. I wouldn't say market share. But yeah, I hear people, they see, oh yeah, I saw a Polestar in California, I saw a Polestar in Florida and New York. Those are pretty common and popular spaces. But I didn't know they had spaces like in Tennessee, or this is Atlanta, it might be Atlanta, Carolina. So I'm really excited for the growth. And again, just going back to that ad, they were just talking about demand for Polestars and stuff. And I think ever since the Super Bowl, I think people are now aware of Polestar. Obviously, not enough people. Everybody's first thing you think of an electric vehicle is Tesla, but that can definitely change in the in a year or two, right? Especially after they get more publicity with the Polestar 3. That'll kind of definitely shift, some market into Polestar, I think. Oh, for Kitty's heading out. Thanks for the live stream. Take care, bro. All right, man. Appreciate you. Hey, stay bullish. What else can I tell you? I think we'll be good. If you have shares, I think we're chilling. But yeah, definitely manage your risk. Obviously, I put my money into some options, but I think it'll pay off. We'll just kind of have to wait. And I think, again, before you head out, let me just tell you, the chart looks actually pretty good. My man Lika, he was talking about the RSI or the MACD changing, but I like the double bottom here, and I also like the OBV. Like I showed you guys, the divergence is still there, and actually even I like the MACD on the 1 hour. Like the MACD is getting ready to cross over. I like that. So just a few good indicators there. Especially this trend. Definitely watch this trend. Like obviously this is a obvious, there you go, obvious shorting, right? It's just pretty obvious, but there's that trend there. If we can break it, then maybe we could start. Crappy noob, damn. Oh, don't like lightning videos investings. I don't think I missed anything in my public flow calculation. I also think green for tomorrow. Yeah, I think green. Yeah, I think tomorrow will be good. I'm not exactly sure what's going on with the SPY. Obviously that stuff I said didn't come true, so we did fill the gap though. We completely filled the gap today. And as long as we stay above this 75, I think we can continue trending upwards, because I don't really think we have any more data coming out. I have to look at the investing chart and stuff, but I'll let you guys know if there's any news coming, and then you can see the OBB, I guess, or not the OBB, the MACD. It's kind of trending back up. So we'll just see how the SPY reacts, and I think that can kind of lift the market. But yeah, sorry, I don't want to keep you holding up for Hiti. I know you gotta head out. But yeah, that was the ad that I was trying to show you guys. It just shows that there's demand, and also I know a lot of people sold out, right, with the SEC filing. Well, there's we still talked about this in our last video, or not a long time ago, right? But these guys, the pension fund, they've added Polestar a pretty good amount. It was like 37 million euros. I don't think they just added that to take a big L. You think they added that for now? So I still think there's upside, and obviously they're from Sweden, so they probably have more exposure to the European market. They know what's going on. They know how involved Polestar is over there. So obviously, they got a pretty good global presence, and I don't think they're idiots to just lose 37 million euros. But I think there's people are selling, but then there's people that are still in there. So I think as long as we have Volvo behind us, everything is good. But yeah, that's just my opinion. What do you guys think in there? Yield is falling, and also oil. I think we will go up. AMF is down 20% right now. Yeah, I don't know what price they got this in at, actually. Is it a good chance to get more options now? What do you think the options of PSNY? I'm actually already in some options. There's a guy in our Discord. He was talking about, I think he was getting in the money. I got this pulled up for you guys right now. But he was talking about some options. Let's see. Oh, he's buying some October in the money in a few days. The only thing I can tell you guys for now, I think it's the not the OBB, the IV. We can pull up the IV just to see what people are paying for it. Oops. Click on that. $11. They bought it at $11. Oh yeah, so anything under 11, you chilling then, I think. This is a Market Chameleon. They have the IV here. So IV is still, and I was actually interested in this because it's still like at a 120. It hasn't came down. Obviously that's due to the volatility, but I'm thinking it's holding up the premium pretty well. So I'm thinking people are still expecting a bigger move coming soon. So yeah. Sorry to hear you don't have to watch. Damn. It'd be like that sometime. I get a lot of hate on my videos too for some reason. Lately I've been getting a lot of hate on my stuff. I wish I could have signed into this so I could have talked some sense, but It is what it is. We can debate Lucid and Polestar. I think everybody knows Polestar is pretty legit as far as deliveries and stuff. This was something that came in a few days ago. It's how they're down 24%. And so I think part of the sell-off is that some of this FUD that's coming in. I think it's just like the overall sector's getting like hammered down. They're really just pushing down Polestar, I think. It's just the EV sectors are coming down, but for some reason they're like really just hammering Polestar. I think because they try to spread FUD about it being Chinese and other things, right? It's a SPAC. So it being a SPAC and then being Chinese, like that's a double whammy, you know, like they're gonna take advantage of it. They bought straight on the market with average 11. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's insane. So they bought after merger. They didn't do like nothing official. They just straight went into Webull and bought them up or what? Nah, I'm kidding. Anyway, this is like inflation and looming economy downturn. It's kind of like re-evaluating like a lot of the value in the EV sector. Because you know how it just kind of everything's in a bubble right now. So, and they're really like hammering startups, right? So they have startups are definitely non-profitable, so they're just easy targets basically. They have to face surging raw materials costs, supply chain shortages. These are all little, you know, terms that they're using to like be able to like scare people. Obviously, it's real stuff though, so don't think I'm lying. It is real stuff, but they're really exaggerating some stuff, I think, you know. Don't yet have customer loyal base. I think Polestar definitely does have some good loyal customers because some people are converting from Volvo cars, right? They're Volvo customers, they're getting a new car, and instead of just getting another Volvo, they're actually, you know, buying a Polestar. Or one of the things that Volvo does is if they can't sell one of their cars, they actually recommend Polestar that at the dealerships and stuff. I don't know if you guys know that, but I shared that with you guys a while ago. But yeah, so it's really like just having that relationship with Volvo is really big, I think. And again, Geely's in there. I don't really care about them. I'd rather not be associated to them because they are in the Chinese and they're just gonna try to bring people down. The market people, right? So they're just gonna use it as fun. But yeah, I think I guess just also having that relationship, you know, if they need to get bailed out or something, obviously Volvo and Geely have cash, so you know they can definitely help support and develop them. So at least in the long term, I think, or short term, if nothing changes, Polestar's I think pretty solid. They've got 25 global markets, right? And just a pretty good roadmap, I would say, right? So factory already running in China. They've got, you know, plans to get it going in US assembly with the Polestar 3. So just a lot of ambitious plans, and I mean, I think we're chilling. So like when people talk about Lucid and Polestar, like they need to understand what's going on with Polestar too. You know, like they've already done all these accomplishments and stuff. Like, right, they don't have all the technology that Lucid has, but they're way far ahead as far as like market share, vehicles on the road and stuff. And I know Lucid has the Saudi Arabian people, but we got Volvo, so you know it's just really a matter of preference. But I'm not buying Lucid shares. I'd rather buy Polestar shares, especially now that they're at $8. You know, like come on now. You know how it is. Yes sir, yes sir. So kind of went over that. We couldn't really do the conversation stuff, but I did share with you guys the volume, right? And the volume I think was related to the SEC filings. Where the hell is the historical? Yeah, so the volume was related to the SEC filing. We covered that. So that's the reasoning. The fee is still high, right? And then what else did we talk about? Oh, I just kind of mentioned the spaces, how the market's still growing within the US, right? I'm gonna close that out because it's not really important. I did see this when I was surfing the web here. They actually have a partnership with Electrify America. I know Lucid has a partnership with them. So I thought this was actually pretty weird, but actually pretty neat as well. It's just going to be a little partnership for them. 2-year free charging session. This came out last October. I may have read this before, but this is actually really new to me, honestly. So I think it's just free marketing, and I don't exactly know the details and stuff, but it seems like a pretty legit partnership, I would say at the least. So yeah, not too much else on that. I'm gonna close that out, but I just wanted to share with you guys if I hadn't before. The unusual wells flow stuff, I'll take a look at it in a bit. I want to get through some of this more important stuff. Options is definitely important, don't get me wrong, but I want to cover some of this stuff before people dip, because just want to get them up to date on stuff. And we talked about this, right? So at the very least, people are getting out, but people are still in there. People are bag holding, you know, they're in there with us. So just a little morale boost there. Now I want to get into some of the Tesla news. This is stuff that could actually affect just the EV sector and stuff in general. This is more bullish, I would say, because Tesla's starting to ramp up their vehicles. They're actually opening up their Gigafactory in Texas and stuff. So this is bullish for them. But the thing that I want to cover related to that, the elderly will get insomnia. Yeah, for real. That's what I'm saying. What was I going to say? This is more important. Well, I kind of lost myself. My computer sucks, so oh, here it is. It's right here. Yeah, I don't really. They're doing their little thing in Texas now. You know, my man's got the cowboy hat. But yeah, and they're ramping up production and stuff. But what I wanted to cover that for was because they've got deliveries coming up soon. And where is the delivery numbers? AMF put them on $11. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What the hell happened here? Oh, market share. Yeah, this is one I wanted to talk about. This is the other thing I wanted to talk about too. I've got so much stuff I want to talk about, but delivery slides expects to be ugly after Shanghai woes. Whoa. Yeah, so this is what I wanted to talk about. Maybe I can just, I don't want to do a 16-minute video, honestly, actually. But yeah, the Tesla deliveries coming up. The analysts actually downgraded them. Sorry if I'm switching stuff so fast. Trying to find a good article. I opened like 5 articles with the similar stuff. I don't want to be, this is more on market share and competition, but I guess we'll go through it. Yeah, the competition is heating up basically. AMF put them on $11. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm going to zoom in so you guys can see this. Let me zoom in so y'all can see this. So there's not just one electric vehicle market now. It's basically more than one competitor, right? So Tesla faces a lot coming in the next 3 years because of the new competition coming out. They're actually, Bank of America, the people over there, the forecasters, they're actually making or thinking that the Tesla market share is going to go down by like 15%. So that's just new people stepping in, right? General Motors, Ford. They don't mention Polestar in here, but obviously I showed you guys the spaces are there. So that's something that's still there. And they need to stop sleeping on us, you know what I mean? This is actually a very interesting quote. Tesla didn't move fast enough to shut the door on its competition, Murphy said. This is Bank of America though. I don't really take Bank of America too serious, but it's a very interesting statement because just think about it. Like, first of all, I don't think there was enough people open to the electric vehicle sector. Like, they weren't open to it. People were like, oh, electric vehicles won't work, I won't buy one, like back 5 years ago, right? Now people are accepting it, but like he said, it might be a little too late. So think about it like Walmart. Like, Walmart could have shut down bankrupt Amazon if they would have just went to like internet, right? To the internet. If they started doing their online sales and stuff way ahead. But Walmart let Amazon slip, and now Amazon like is outpacing everybody basically, you know what I mean? So this is the same thing. Think of Walmart, Tesla as Walmart. Tesla didn't move fast enough to be able to shut the door on everybody else, and now people are like opening that door back up and trying to get in. And so, and it's not really Tesla's fault. I just don't think there was enough technology. People weren't open to the idea yet. It's just how things worked out. So there's an opportunity for other people. But just kind of wanted to relate that to Amazon being able to become the company that it is because Walmart or whoever else didn't, you know, step up and, you know, either acquire them or bankrupt them. And slowly they expanded into more than what they are today, you know? So I thought that was pretty interesting quote there. And yeah, what do you guys think about that? Let me know in the comments. What's up with next? The market, there's competition. I don't think I really cared about most of this other stuff. It's just talking about how they're raising their prices up. That's not like a bullish thing. That's just part of inflation and everything. Their market share is like 20% amidst the decade. So people still I mean, there's still a lot of people buying the ICE vehicles, right? And then Cybertruck, big lag, so there's other people that are stepping into that. So don't really want to care too much about all this. The rising prices I already talked about, but this was like the main thing I wanted to point out, that basically they slacken, right? They let people in. They're letting other people step in on their market. So I think that's pretty interesting. And like I was saying, they have deliveries coming up. Do they have earnings or deliveries? I don't know what they actually do, but this is related to the China stuff. Basically, their shutdown in Shanghai basically hit the supply chain and production. People can't really make vehicles if they're locked in. So basically, that's gonna hurt their deliveries and stuff. I wouldn't be surprised if Tesla still beats, because they're just like workaholics and stuff. And they're going to report this Friday. Is this tomorrow? Let me make sure this came out today. This actually came out today, yeah. So they're going to report, analysts expect Tesla to report deliveries 295. This is actually tomorrow. Is this right? That's crazy. According to RIMFT, several analysts have slashed their estimates about 250 due to China prolonged lockdown. So this, I think, will affect the whole EV market, just because Tesla's such a big part of S&P and everything else. But I think NIO actually beat their deliveries, if I'm not wrong. Let me Google that really quick. NIO, Titanic, NIO deliveries. I think they actually delivered or beat their deliveries, even though they were under lockdown. Let me check real quick for you guys. News release provides May 22 delivery update. Delivered 37,000, delivered 7,000 in May. Let me zoom in for y'all. So yeah, I think they did beat. Let's see, delivered 7,000 in May. Deliveries consist of the smart SUVs. Don't care about the models. They've got 204,000 as of 2022 cumulative. This is actually important. So the company's vehicle production has gradually been recovering from the impact of certain regions of China. While deliveries are still constrained to a certain extent, they expect to further ramp up their production to a higher level, like extra shifts, basically another third shift or whatever, to produce their cars, and work with supply chainers to be able to get their material and stuff, right? And hopefully get their delivery starting back in June. So they've got a good forecast, but I don't think they really did good on deliveries, now that I think about it. Anyway, I think that's something to consider going into tomorrow, because Tesla will be doing their numbers, right? Expected to be ugly. So the numbers, so this is a few other forecasts. Dutch Banks is 45, Westbush is 250, and a high of 272. I think the original analyst was like 275, right? What was it, the other one? Let me go back. Yeah, 295. 295. So that's like 40,000 vehicles less. Or no, I'm sorry. Yeah, 40,000 vehicles from the mid, and the high is 272. So I think that'll affect the market, and just in general. It could even affect the supply chains. I don't know, like not supply chains, but semiconductors. I don't know. We'll kind of wait for that tomorrow. What are the futures doing real quick? Let me peep the futures real quick. There was another Tesla article I wanted to read. This one's from Goldsack. Yeah, the quarterly week results for shareholders continue to tumble. I haven't actually read this one. This is, I guess, their expectations. We see downside to about 261 assumptions, so still way lower than that 295, right? The consensus is 274 actually. Would be about in line. Buy sides 250. So what are risk to our 271? Oh, they were assuming 261. The consensus is 274. Yeah, and just related to the Shanghai stuff. Do you guys think they'll beat though? I don't know. I'm pretty sure Tesla will still get their deliveries. They're just, I don't know what it is. The SPY is up barely right now on after hours. The futures are barely up. So yeah, April, it was 2 months, then basically they shut down. It was pretty rough. I think May was the really bad one. April, it was kind of like towards the end, I believe. I think that's it. It maintains out price of 1,000. I don't know. I think Tesla's going to be the biggest bubble when the market corrects. If the market corrects, it's going to be a big bubble. But then again, there's like a big cult following for Tesla, so I don't know if people actually sell. They're probably already millionaires and don't have to sell. I think that was it. That's all I really had. I have this article. This one is actually another interview, I believe. Let me make sure. Yeah, this is basically what I was talking. Let's just watch it for you guys so you guys can get a better idea, because sometimes I just be blabbering. So we plug that in. We'll watch
All
it.
eyes are on market mover Tesla ahead of the EV maker's much anticipated delivery report. Shares are down about 10% in June alone. Yahoo Finance senior R correspondent Praz Subramanian has more on this one. And Praz, throughout Wall Street, into this report, we have seen estimates come down across the board.
You know, a few weeks ago, around 304,000 was the estimate, and that's just coming down every day, it's seemingly, you know, with the concern being China, right? So let's take a look at the numbers today alone. We saw from Deutsche Bank, analyst Emmanuel Rosler, known as a Tesla bull, kind of knocking his estimate down around 65,000 vehicles, going to 245K from 310. Again, he's talking about these prolonged COVID shutdowns in China and logistical challenges there. Also Goldman, right? So Mark Delaney there had cut his estimate down to 261K at the end of May. He said that he's seen that we might see in line at 250 is what his downside is right there. And then finally, Wedbush, Dan Ives, of course, Uber bull on Tesla. He's going to 250 from 277. Says anything above 260K will be viewed positively by the street. He's saying that basically June will be ugly and nothing to write home about, but he's looking through for second half, any kind of demand kind of story there, any kind of positivity there. And it just kind of shows you, like, you know, Saz, I'm a little surprised it took him this long going into this weekend when you might actually get those numbers coming out. So, and we knew this story about a month ago. So it's sort of like just waiting for that, you know, that deadline, that production come. Sure.
It's the 3 and the Y that really account for the majority of the production and deliveries right now for Tesla. But also on the other end of that, it's how many of those orders are actually opting up to a higher package or a higher tier. Do we have any sense of that? And that particularly impacts the profit margins as well for a company in Tesla.
Yeah, you know, if you go on the website and try to order a 3 or a Y, you'll see a delivery date of December or next year. But if you add something like FSD, the full self-driving costs $10,000, it'll come down a few months, right? So they know they're going to optimize those orders that are at for higher priced, higher tier Model 3s and Model Ys. And then also today we saw an electric story about how the Giga Texas actually is ramping up pretty fast, 5,000 deliveries per week now. They don't know how long that can be sustained, but they're trying to bridge the gap there with these Q2 numbers. Hopefully, you know, you might see a little surprise there, but it seems like you're going to see around 250K this quarter from 310 the quarter before.
And this is all sort of in line with what we've been hearing from Elon Musk himself, right? That things are going to slow down, that he feels like we're going into recession, and that he's going to have to cut jobs, although he's talking about mostly cutting jobs, interestingly, on the salary and not on the hourly production end. So I wonder if that's going to have to give at some point, too.
Yeah, you know, looking ahead to Q3 and Q4, are you going to see any kind of drop back because of the fact that they're cutting these jobs? And I've heard some jobs are delivery specialists and things like that actually do matter when it comes to fulfilling these orders. So I think that is a concern, but when you start seeing stuff like Giga Texas and Giga Berlin finally coming online, it might recoup some of those losses, and you might see, you know, I think Ive still thinks we're going to still see a 50% CAGR on that growth rate, so 1.4 to 1.5 million this year. So maybe they can actually make it with a slimmed down Tesla.
We'll have to see. I'm really curious about how those numbers are going to look, deliveries on not Monday, Tuesday. We'll be back here.
Whenever Elon wants to report them.
Yes, well.
They might actually release them on Sunday, so we'll see.
Well, might
Yes,
not at all.
but the market won't be here to react and we won't be here to react.
We'll be here.
Good.
Yes.
Damn, they clowning towards the end, huh? They don't even know when it's going to be. I thought it was going to be tomorrow. That's what they were saying. But it could be over the weekend is what they're saying. But yeah, I think it's interesting because, like I was saying, their margins are actually going to go down because they have to raise prices just to keep up, to be able to keep their margins. And also, what would be interesting to know is like their forecast, like they're saying for Q3 and Q4, like what's going on. Even Elon himself is basically talking about maybe cutting jobs in a recession, right? So when Elon, I mean the EV guy, you know, when he's talking about that kind of stuff, it's kind of worrisome for like startups and other EV people, right? Lucid, Polestar, even like Ford. I think Ford's chilling though because they're just well established, but yeah, it's just like concerning for the overall sector, I would say. So yeah, I think that's interesting, and it'll be interesting to see Tesla's earnings also, because Polestar, they've got to start reporting earnings as well too. I don't know if we'll get a Q2. Do you guys think we'll get a Q2 earnings from Polestar? Or what do you guys want to talk about? We can, I mean, Polestar 2, I don't know if they'll get it. They'll definitely do a Q3. I don't know if they'll do the Q2. Wait, is that Q2 or are we doing Q3? The hell? Let me double check. Tesla, let me see where they're at. They're going to report, they haven't announced the reports actually. Let me switch. The last report was back in March, so this will be their second. Yeah, this will be their second Q report. This will be their second, right? And then their Q3. So Polestar will probably do their third. I don't think they'll do the second because they've already given us delivery updates. Am I right? Take a look at what Tesla's doing. So that'll be interesting to see how Tesla reports their earnings. That'll affect the market again. It's crazy how Tesla just affects everything right now. But that'll affect Polestar, I think, because now we will get an idea of like how bad the supply chain, the semiconductor stuff is, things in China, how bad things in China are, like, as far as like, you know, lockdowns, how bad with the deliveries. Because remember, Polestar has their vehicles made there, so that definitely, I mean, you guys already know, even Polestar readjusted their guidance for 2022. So, yes, sir. Yes, sir. I think that's really all I have. We can take, we can look at the options flow. As far as the price levels, I've already marked out stuff that I'm interested in. Like I said, this $10 level here, I think, or nine, just $10 is good. It's a strong resistance, right? So we'll definitely be watching that. We have the gap fill here. Also, we have the double bottom potential here. So we've got that bottom here. And then, like we said, we got the MACD kind of turning around. So those are things that I'm interested in watching, especially tomorrow. And then this descending resistance here, this trend line. It's pretty obvious how we've been shorted down like that. So those are all things to consider. And then also just watch the volume. Right now, like I said, our volume's been coming down. So, well, actually today we had a better day than yesterday. Today we had more volume and we didn't go down as much. So we were only down, well, actually, were we down? I think we were down just as much, actually. It feels like we were down less, but I can't remember how much we were down yesterday. But yeah, our volume's actually coming back up. So 11.75, now it's 5.7. So tomorrow's volume would be interesting to see if we go back up to 6 or 7. Our average volume is coming down, but at least we're not doing 2 million. So that's a better thing to see, at the very least, I would say. And that's it. What do you guys, any questions? Everybody's hella quiet now. I think people are sleeping already. We can look at Lucid's chart real quick. And, oh yeah, we talked about this wedge here. Actually, we can look at this. I just quickly want to go through the options flow for Polestar. So this is what I did for Polestar. I have my filter applied here. And what I did was, we're just not going to apply any filters actually. Let me just do Polestar just to see all the flow that's coming in. And we're going to do premium of like $5,000 and more. So today the stock is down almost 10%, but the call volume is 24K versus 6K. So the overall call volume, and I can zoom in for you guys so you can see this, the call volume is actually almost 80%. So most of the activity in the options is in the call side. The call premium, the money, the amount of money that gets traded today, most of it went into calls. So for today, I would say there's like $2.8 million traded, and most of that went into the call side. Now, as far as it being bullish or bearish, it's kind of down the middle still, which is actually a good thing, because us going down 10% I would think that our bearish flow would be way higher than this, but surprisingly, it's still, the bullish side is still winning. So that's something to consider. And then we have the neutral, which I don't care for. But yeah, so 5,000 premium, anything under 5,000 doesn't show up. We have these big orders that came in. This 300K order, it was a $15 call for next year. So that's a really good $15 call. This is coming in towards the end. I'm gonna go ahead and mark that for later. And then we have a few other big ones. This floor, it's a 1.7 call for July 1st. This one's already in the money. It could just be like I think this was actually a spread. Let me make sure. By the way, you guys can look at this stuff on your own. I plugged in the link. Let me plug it in one more time. You guys can get 15% off. I know I'm plugging this in again. But yeah, take advantage of the 15%. I put the link in the description. I'll put it in the comments as well. and you guys can take a look at this stuff, because I'm not the best at looking at all this. Maybe you guys can show me. What the hell is this? No, we're gonna hide the homie. He just pulled in. How do I hide this guy? I got spam coming in, y'all. Yeah, remove this guy. Damn, I just got some spam in my chat. Anyway, let's go back to the bullish activity. So some pretty good activity, am I right? 300K contracts for the $15 for 2 years out. Then we had the two, and the reason I say these are big, obviously it's 6 digits, but Polestar really doesn't get that much money flow. Like, they usually get like 8K, 10K, 14K, even 30K is a lot. So today's volume was actually good as far as the contracts go. 225, 156 is bullish or bearish, but it's actually a bullish call. Like I was saying, like these two came in at the same time. These are actually called debit spreads. If you calculate this in your little calculator, it's basically buying the 1.5 calls and then selling bigger calls. And it could be that they're doing the, I don't know, just to collect premium or something, and then they can sell these later for, I don't know, maybe in the short term they're built bearish or something. But the main thing is money's coming in. That's what I'm just trying to get in your head, basically. Yeah, so for the most part, everything came in bullish, even throughout the morning, like early in the day. Like they're buying up the next year, 2 years out. They're buying a lot. So it doesn't really work. Like if you want to trade options with unusual whales, you would probably do like something shorter term, like you would do like date to expiration, like 50 days. So you get short term options that come in. So see, like short term options, there's a lot of bearish stuff coming in. So short term, it could be bearish. But again, the money's like hella small. It's like 5K, 9K. The big orders were bullish. That's what I'm trying to get through your head. And then the other thing I wanted to show you guys is just the most active chains. And so look at this at the end. This is COPE, basically. What is COPE, you guys might ask? COPE stands for Cumulative Options Premium Effect and is a measurement for a given stock's bid versus ask premium. It gives the ability to see and map options trends. But basically, as the COPE goes up, there's more bullish premium coming in. So like, I guess you could even, now in hindsight, when you see this premium was coming down, you could kind of foreshadow that it's a leading indicator that the price could be coming down. So now finally the COPE is coming back up. So it could be an indicator that the price is going back up. There's other better examples. You guys I can find them for you. I'll plug them in on Twitter and stuff. But yeah, biggest orders right here, 2 biggest option orders trades are bullish. Like I said, this is kind of a leap because they're for 2 years out. But even this other one, this is for 1 week. It's in the money, but they're still trying to make money somehow. And I would ignore this one because that's part of this one. It's just a call debit spread. And then they have the 12s for 2 years out. So pretty big things coming soon. The other thing I was going to show you, these are active chains, by the way. So 14 calls bearish. This is for 2 months out, or for 1 month, 1 month out. The $14 calls. Not exactly sure why these came in. Let's just go ahead and click on the open interest here. So 4,000 volume came in. Let's look at the orders. Let's look at the actual orders. So the bullish premium is 65%, or the bearish premium is 65%. So here's the orders. Let me flip this to 250 just to get more options, and I'm actually gonna raise up the size range to 15 so we don't get some of the other smaller ones. Actually, I'm gonna go to 20. Go to 20. Oof! Look at all that. So they were actually selling a lot of calls. The good news though is the spread here, the bid-ask spread. It looks bearish, but the spread is pretty wide and it got filled near the middle. So it's not technically bearish, it's not technically bullish. It's just it got filled as, it got marked or tagged as a bearish order because it's slightly like closer to the bid, right? So when it's slightly closer to the bid, when a call is slightly filled in at slightly closer to the bid, it gets flagged as bearish. When it gets filled in closer to the bid, like here, when it gets filled closer to the ask, I'm sorry, then it gets filled as bullish. So there's no real clear indication how if they're buying these $14 calls or selling the $14 calls. I want to say that they're actually probably buying them, just because some of these orders that are coming in here are bullish as well. And see, the spread is much tighter now, so when there's a big range, like a big spread, it's kind of harder to figure out if that call is actually bullish or bearish. But when the spread is a lot thinner, then I guess it's easier because they bought it at the ask. But yes sir, yes sir. So here, right here, this is, I just wish they would, like, the best contracts are when they have a big spread and they still get bought up at the ask, right? Maybe I can find one that's good. Maybe let me go find something else real quick. I can show you guys. These are difficult to, even though they're flagged as bearish, it's difficult to identify. Let me find something for y'all, and then we can come back to it. I'm gonna do my custom filter real quick. Let's just do the open floor. This is one of my favorite custom filters. I've posted what the settings are in my Twitter. Go follow me there. I'll show you guys. But let me show you guys a good example. This is a good example here, right? This buying the calls, the MX. I don't even know what this company is, but the spread is pretty wide, right? 70 or 20 cent spread, $20 spread. But they're clearly slapping the ask on that, right? They're not buying it at 63 cents. They're not buying it at 59 cents. They're like straight up, they give me those calls now at whatever price I can get them at 70, right? So that's a clear indication of slapping the ask. So that's bullish. Like, I would take that pretty bullish, you know? But like I was saying with Polestar, that chain, the spread was wide, but the spot fill was in the middle. So it's really hard to know if it's actually bullish or if it's actually bearish. And me being a little biased, I want to say those are actually bullish and not bearish, but it is what it is. It is what it is. So I think that's all I have for today. Let's see. This is basically, I guess one thing I would be interested in is most of the active chains are actually on the call side. Like, there's a lot more call volume, which is good because, I mean, even if these are getting filled as or tagged as bearish, it's still, you could, in the back of your head, you could still think there could be bullish even though it looks bearish. But yeah, it's just a tool to use. It's not like a 100% win accuracy. You just gotta use this with your TA, and you gotta use it with, you gotta have common sense basically. But yeah, these are definitely still in the running. The 19K open, they're still there. People haven't sold. It could be they're back holding, they're just willing to take the L with it, or that's basically how I'm feeling too. I was telling the homies in the Discord, what was I saying? Let me read some of this actually, because I was telling I'm pretty upset too. You know, this shit's manipulation. It's crazy. But I was just telling the homies, like, at this point they can have the rest of the money. You know, like they've basically earned it. Like, I've already put in. I'm holding for now, playing some other stuff in the, yeah. So I've been playing other stuff on the side. I still have my options on Pulstar, have the shares. In the meantime, while things are down, I'm playing other things like Micron and like DraftKings or other things. You know, I'm trying to make some cash on the side. And then and I'm so dedicated now that I'm so in the hole basically with Polestar that, like, I'm down on my shares, I'm down on my options. But at this point, they can have the rest of the money. Like, they worked hard to like manipulate me down and shake me out. Like, I'm not gonna sell it. I'm just gonna let them take that shit to my grave, basically. What I'm thinking. But yes sir, what are you guys doing? What are you guys doing with it? 7:25 already. Fuck. Let's see, I don't want to drag this video too long. If you guys are about wrapped up, I guess I'll wrap up the video here. I basically talked about everything. I don't want to keep repeating stuff. People hate when I talk so much, so I've already told you guys all that. You guys can join the Discord. You guys can use the unusual whales. You guys can follow me on Twitter. Definitely follow me on Twitter. I post a whole bunch of stuff. I just post a whole bunch of shit all the time. And there's the link too for Unusual Whales. You'll get 15% off. But yeah, I'll be posting stuff in here. Definitely follow me on here. I try to reply to people. Like, there's a guy in here asking about some Polestar stuff. And I hit the guy back up with stuff, you know. I be trolling in here too though, so watch out for that. But I try to reply to people and shit, I guess. Hey, what's up, Daniel? Still buying? This company is worth more than 20 billion. It is though. It is. It really is. Well, if Lucid and Rivian and other trash are gonna be trading like with balloons inflated, then yeah, Polestar is definitely worth it, I think. Especially just with some of the stuff, the track record that they have so far. Hey, screaming and creaming, you're the man. I appreciate you. Blessings to you. God is good, man. God is good. Yeah, you guys check me out on Twitter. Oh, you probably shouldn't show that. I be trolling on here sometimes though, so y'all be careful with me. But yeah, no, I think Polestar is definitely worth it. And I'm just gonna let them take the rest of my money at this point, basically. As for my options, I think the shares are a really good, easy route. I don't think they'll go down. Well, they'll go down, but you can't lose them, you know what I'm saying? Why am I showing you guys all this? I was just gonna say, yeah, the shares are gonna go down, but you don't lose the shares, right? The options, they're risky as fuck, but I'm already down 40% on my calls, and they've worked hard for it, so they deserve it. They can take the rest. My shares, I know I'll get my money back. It's just patience game. I still believe in that SPAC squeeze for some reason. It's just if it happened with everything else, why is it not gonna happen here? Like I said, we got a nice little double bottom here, you know. This little MACD's about to cross over back. Hopefully we can start getting some volume on this end. That'd be bullish. And what else? My man Lika, what do you say over here? Oh yeah, the volume here is turning green, so that's good. Man, we chilling. I think so. Blessings. God is good. We just gotta hold him patiently, and hopefully we can get some red box squeeze. We can get some, what else? Some algae squeeze. Yeah, something crazy like this. I'm looking forward to. And I think somebody was asking me about the price targets. I'm gonna be real with y'all. My option game, I try to take profits when I can. So like I'll probably be out my options like at 13, I'll start scaling stuff out. $13, I'll take some profits. 15s, I'll take some out. And honestly, I might be down to just as long as excuse me, as long as I make some profit and I still have, you know, at least break even, then I might let some of the rest ride out to 20, you know. But I definitely got to mitigate my risk. That's something that, you know, I'm trying to learn still. And yeah, I can't be greedy, you know. Be humble, stay humble, be good. Gotta be good to you. So I think that's gonna wrap it up. I appreciate everybody that showed up. If you guys have any questions or you're watching this later, shout me out on Twitter or send me put a comment here in the video. Share it with your friends. Whatever it is, you just let me know. I'll try to respond when I can. I'm gonna shout out some people real quick. Scream and cream. That's the homie. Daniel, thank you for showing up. Appreciate you, homie. Gore Karsan, he always shows up. I've seen him before. Lika, the man with the DD, I appreciate you showing up. Farhati, hope you're sleeping good. I know you left already. Lightning Invest, first time I saw you in here. I appreciate you showing up. Hope you come back. And then we got the homie BB. Always, he hits the notification game. I appreciate him. He's one of the first ones in here. I know, I see you. I put these things together. And then UCMC, he's a homie. He's a 420 homie. I think he smokes a little bit of that good stuff. But yeah, no, I appreciate everything you guys do for me. And hopefully we have a good day in Polestar tomorrow. Just over on the market, I think should be good. Let me pull that up really quick and see what we got on my... Yeah, I think we'll be good. As long as we hold this trend, I think we'll be chilling. And I'm going to start using that MACD like you guys told me to. And definitely check out some of the other indicators I have, like the VRV. I don't know if that's actually a Twitter. But yeah, appreciate everything you guys do for me. Help me out with the like if you can. If not, I understand. It is hard getting those likes out to people. But you guys have a great evening. Your boy is signing out. As always, keep moving forward. We're not going to give up. God is good. Life is good. Let's keep pushing. I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm signing out. Peace.